Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Tiger Talk here live from Melvyn's Restaurant. I'm your host, Stewart Shelby, and joined as always by Neville Tiger head football coach Mike Collins. This first quarter of the Tiger Talk show is brought to you by our good friends there at H. Michael Sports. Gear up and get into the game at H. Michael Sports, your home for all sports gear and team apparel. Coach. Week two, it seems like it's deja vu all over again. And second week in a row, you have a Shreveport team come to Bill Ruppel Stadium, and different type of challenges presented themselves there, but ultimately a really prolific second half, 31 unanswered, to take a 38-14 victory over the Calvary Cavaliers.
We did, and, I couldn't have been more proud of our football team for just the way we competed in the first half of the ball game, with our two young quarterbacks, both of those guys playing. And, we alternated those guys in the first half of the ball game. And, we were able to get one score in, and we gave up one on defense, and which is really the only one we gave up all night on defense. And, hats off to the way our defense played the entire ball game. And then offensively, we picked it up in the second half. I was excited about the way the two young quarterbacks played. Showed flashes of some really, really good things, But in a situation that they had to play in, the game's a little bit faster than a freshman game and a JV game. And you probably can make some more throws in a freshman game than you were able to make in that game, and you were able to make some more throws, and then the game is a little bit slower. So overall, pleased with those two young men. Just thought that, in the second half of the ball game, after we got the pick six, gave up the pick six and went down 14-7, just thought it was time for us to make a change. I didn't think if we played Parker in the first half, he would be able to play in the second half. That's a decision I made. Really didn't want to play him at all, but felt like we needed some kind of spark in the game, and obviously he came in and gave us the spark.
Well, he definitely did, and you talked about that play. You had a sophomore and a freshman quarterback going in there, Matt Williams started, and then C.J. Goins coming in there.
Right.
And what you do have is some good thing is you've got some talented young quarterbacks in the pipeline.
Very pleased with those guys.
And they've got real game reps. So that Robert and I were talking about it in the booth on Friday night about we were kind of reminiscing that he got shoved into duty as a freshman, and those first couple of games were eye-opening, a little bit different. And but I thought they performed well. A lot of teaching moments came from that, but a lot of bright spots too. And it was 7-7 at half. Your defense shined in that first half and really played well all throughout, only giving up the one touchdown throughout the game, and then they had a defensive touchdown. We talked about that already, but the defense really kind of did what the Neville defense has been doing.
Yeah, and we did what we needed to do, and that's one of the things that we talked to the team about, going into the ball game. We need to play really good on defense. We need to be able to run the ball to help the young quarterbacks be successful. We ran it well at times, but not consistently enough in the first half, and so I think that made it a lot harder for those two guys to be able to throw the football. And what we needed to do with those two guys is totally different from what we need to do with Parker. Parker's obviously got the experience the whole year. He's got a whole summer behind him. Obviously, CJ, has just gotten here this summer, so he only has a summer and a game. He only had two freshman games. So,
that's right.
And then Matt, played in the freshman ball all last year, and so really.
And then we hadn't had a JV game until last night.
We hadn't had any until last night, and that was a big win for both of those two teams. Again, I'll announce that. Our freshman won 40-6, and our
23-22.
23-22. Had a really, really good lead in that ball game too, and it ended up getting close, but we won it, and that's the most important thing. Our kids did a great job, battled through both, and our freshmen have just gone out and played really, really well in all their ball games so far. So that was our first JV win and big win for us over Ouachita, and we were excited about that too.
Yeah, it was definitely an entertaining night, Tuesday night there at the Bill, and fun to watch.
Yeah.
Well, look, Coach, a lot of highlights to get to from that game last Friday night. We'll start off. We talked about the defense there for you, and here's a big you had I don't know how many sacks you ended up with last week, but there was a lot. Well, but here's Jay Reed getting in.
Yeah. Well,
early.
The one thing that we talk about is negative plays. How many negative plays can we create during the course of a ball game? And a negative play obviously is a sack, a tackle for a loss, and a takeaway or a turnover, and we were able to get one right there, and so that was. That was big. Yeah, anytime we do that, we put the offense in a situation. We dictate the situation. They don't dictate it to us.
And Kiki getting in too. I mean, he's played well from the get-go here, and this is that next one. And here it is. Yeah.
He did a good job of just pushing the pocket and getting off the block and, making the play on the quarterback. And, he's just really matured and gotten a lot better. And that's what you want. He's a senior. He's bought his time, bided his time, hadn't been a starter, played a little bit, and now he's getting his opportunity to play. And he had a really good summer conditioning-wise. And so that's all those things go into it, and they've helped him be able to, be the player that he's turning into.
We talked about those young quarterbacks. It was number 12, Matthew Williams, who got the start for you, and here's a nice throw and catch to Desi Bird.
Big throw right here by Matt. Nice job on sprint action and getting Desi out of there, and about a 15, 18-yard gain right there, and a big play for us on offense.
Yep, more defense. More defense coming up. Here's Jacoby Collins. I think both your linebackers recorded a sack or two, and this is Jacoby's.
Yeah, that's Jacoby, and you just brought both linebackers there, and Jacoby finds his way and wiggles his way in there and, puts the pressure on the quarterback and beats the block and makes a sack.
Yeah, another pressure, and then, one of your other linebackers here, Dante Matthews.
Here's Dante right here. He creates the pressure, and then, Jacoby creates the pressure, and then Dante finishes off. He's just adding on a green dog in the back, and he's adding into the rush right there. And so, but – hey, nice play, doing what he's supposed to do, doing what he's coached to do. Yeah, so it happens.
The freshman, C.J. Goins, comes in there after a few series, and then he gets things going. Here's a nice little throw and catch to Amaz Sledge, and this kind of gets you down the field a little bit.
There's one thing that we definitely know about CJ. He has really good feet. He has really quick release.
He's got a strong arm.
And he does have a strong arm, but he's very, very mobile in the pocket. He's a very mobile quarterback. And so, we do – it's like we said going in the ball game. We're going to do different things with Matt, and we're going to do different things with CJ, and that was the plan going in because, they're not Parker, and they're different, and we want to play to their strengths.
Exactly.
Just like we're going to do this week in the ball game. We're going to play to the strengths of our team and what we have right now. Being able to run the football is the number one thing, and how we're going to run it. There's ways we want to be able to try to run it, and there's ways we want to be able to try to throw it. So I think, this week is going to be a real test for us.
Well, and another young running back that's starting to make a name for himself is Jarvis Blackston, and he can put you on top here with this short run.
Yeah, Jarvis, the one thing about Jarvis, he's got a low center of gravity. He's very powerful. He's strong, and he can run through tackles, and normally that's what ends up, getting him yardage. He just runs through a tackle, and again, that low center of gravity is hard to tackle guys, and and then J-Rob is just a totally different kind of back. He's going to use his feet, he's going to use his quickness, his lateral agility, and when he gets his hands on the ball, he's hard to hem up in a phone booth. So. They're just too different. We kind of got a thunder and lightning there. We got a little different mix with the backs, and that's a good thing to have.
It is. And we get back to the defense here, and this was a pivotal play here in this first half. And as Calvary was driving, and then receiver gives up, but Jay Reed did not.
Jay Reed just kept rolling there, and he's playing on top. He sees the quarterback and just goes and gets the ball. I think the receiver was thinking that he was going to run a stop route or something on Greg, and Jay Reed just goes and gets the ball.
Well, you start off the second half, and we talked about the pick, and they run it back. They get a defensive touchdown, puts them up 14-7, and Parker comes in, and then here's Jarvis Blackson again popping a nice big run to get you
it is,
into
and
the red
lots
zone.
of times, we rely on our backs to they got to make one miss, and he makes the free safety miss right there, and so he's able to get plus yardage there, and we get them blocked up front, and that's the key. We make J-Rob and Jarvis have to make one miss, and
Jarvis finished, by our count, 70 yards on the ground and a touchdown.
Right.
J-Rob, who we'll talk to later on in the show, had a nice night too, 44, but had two touchdowns for you.
Yeah.
And one of them's coming up right here. This is from 4 yards out.
Right. Well, it's the same kind of play we had, and we do a good job up front of blocking, and then J-Rob just gets his tail down low and runs through the corner coming off the wide out there and does a good job right there and scores.
Well, you get it. It's 14-all, and then the next possession, you force a punt here from Calvary, a high snap, and then Max Carter.
Max did a really good job right there. That's what that's why we rush 4 guys. If we're returning it, we're going to rush 4, 2 up the middle and 2 off the edges. And, they got to rush it hard, and then in case something like that happens, and sure enough it does. So we were really excited about
get the safety.
Yeah,
get the safety. That's a big safety right there. Put you up.
Huge.
And, you had the momentum. You come in, you score, and then bang, you're up. You get your that first lead you had since the opening touchdown there. And then this is when Ze'Land Young picks it up. Parker and them had him a nice ening in the second half, and it started with this 49-yard touchdown.
Well, it did a good job. Ze'Land's a big receiver, and did a really, really good job on the route, runs a stop route out there, and, we hit him with it, and then he runs through the tackle. And, hey, that's what he can do, and that's what we know he can do, and obviously that's our expectation for him.
If you were listening to the broadcast like you normally do while you're on the sidelines coaching the game, we were
listening.
Robert and Coach McCarty were up there in the third quarter.
Man, Coach was up there.
Well, they were saying, man, this is the way that it was set up. He called it. He called that hitch. It's like Ze'Land for a hitch for 6. Yeah. And dang it, if that didn't happen.
Well, so, you give them that much cushion, that's what we're going to take. We're going to take what you give us.
Take it all day long. That was just.
I think we'd already run by the guy a couple of times, and obviously that sets it up. The guy's going to play softer coverage. Yeah. Because he knows he can't keep up with us with speed, and so anyway, we did a good job.
Did a good job on that
one.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's a double dip here. Parker escapes with a nice little run on 3rd and long, and then you set up a 4th down play. And here's the next one, and then another big catch there from Ze'Land right there inside the 5.
Big catch, and that's what he can do. He's 6'4", 6'5", and he gets out of there and gets loose. And of course, Parker does a good job of getting down right there, and wouldn't really want him to run that far, but he did. Z makes a really nice catch right there. The guy's all over him, covering him up good. And the great thing about it is he'll go up and battle for the ball, and that's the important thing. You got to want the ball too.
Yeah, exactly.
He does,
and 13's a weapon. He's tall and he's athletic, and he can get things done. 50-50 balls are going to go his way a lot of times.
Want him to go his way.
And he finishes off the drive here with a nice little quick slant and a nice throw from Parker and a nice catch. Right
good job
for the
on
touchdown.
The RPO. Good job of him getting inside the DB, and we must throw that 6 million times a day. And so it's a big play for us. Not only that, there's other options off that, and but that is one that we have repped many times.
Ze'Land finishes 8 catches, 156, and 2 touchdowns. It's not a bad line for your wide receiver right there. And we'll talk to him a little bit later on in this one, as we've got a few of the Tigers to talk to, the captains for this week. And let's see. Okay, next one, your defense with another sack. And this quarterback was running for his life all night.
Yeah, he was. And on this one right here, we the ball, we had a big penalty right here to get the ball down there. Otherwise we'd have been off the field right before this. But,
yeah.
One of our goals for the day is how successful we are on third down, and they were 1 of 11 on third down. So, I mean, that's really big. That's one of the big things that we work hard on is our third down offense and our third down defense, and our kids really did a really good job on that.
And you just couldn't help them keep them sustaining drives.
Right, well,
I mean, that was the key. Takes them out of their
game. And you can get off the field, we're going to be successful.
Another little double dip here. Ze'Land again gets the Tigers in the red zone, and then J-Rob punches it in on a nice little catch and run there.
Again, it was a situation where, same kind of play, and then, we just don't want them to lay on the ground when they get tackled, act like they're hurt or something. But the guy's giving that in a way. He's playing with tons of outside leverage, and Z had to make just very minimal move to make the play, and he does. And so we get the ball to him, and we're able to get it down there and then give it to J-Rob, and again, he's able to punch it in.
It makes it 38-14, Coach, and then you are able to get a lot of guys in and get some playing time. And then at the end of the game, or towards the end of the game, it was almost like a Rudy moment as Benjamin Burkett comes in here, and I think we have it. And it's right here. Here's Benjamin with the strip sack and Frank Jackson with the recovery.
I'm telling you.
And if we didn't keep this going to the celebration on the sidelines. But anytime something like this happens at the end of the game, you got guys that have been practicing for 4 years.
Practicing. And, little Ben, he'll do about what you ask him to do, and that's the great thing about him. He likes being out there. He came to us, and we were short on defensive linemen, and he was playing center for us. And so we were short on defensive linemen, and he came over and, started playing over there. And he's really, really smart. He's 4.0. He's going to be academic All-State.
That's right.
He probably made a perfect score on the ACT too. So
pretty close,
and he gets a chance to get in the ball game, and I think everybody on the sideline just went bananas, which is great. And they recognize it too. They're part of the crew that doesn't get to play a lot, but they're out there working every day, and they're getting just as hot and sweaty and nasty as the rest of us.
That's right. Well, it was a great way to end a good night there at Bill Ruppel Stadium. The Tigers win this one 38-14. Coach, congratulations on the win. And we got another easy opponent coming up next week. We're just kidding. As we're going to talk about that in our final segment tonight. But coming up, I think we're going to get the guys in here. We're going to get some of the players in there. And
this crew
is crazy. You're going to enjoy it. So we're glad you joined us here on Tiger Talk. Here we're live at Melvin's and live on the Neville Tiger Network and Sunday 98.3. We'll be back in about 4 minutes with more Tiger Talk. Stay with us.
At St. Francis Health, we're focused on serving you with a dedication to excellence, innovation, clinical expertise, and respect for who you are as a person. As we turn our attention to the future, our commitment to Northeast Louisiana is at the center of how we move St. Francis forward. Our highly skilled team has one thing in mind: excellence in healthcare. It is our honor and our mission to serve you and this community. St. Francis, official healthcare partner of the Neville Tigers.
All right, Mr. Mayor, we are done.
Thank you, Doc.
Yes, sir. Miss Gwen's gonna get you all seated and ready to roll. Nothing to eat or drink for 3 to 4 hours.
Come on, Doc. I was hoping to get myself some po' boys and tamales.
No, Mr. Mayor, you can't do that. But if you could, where would you go?
We gotta go see Chris Lewis at Coney Island Connection.
Stop by Coney Island Connection, where you get more than just a chili cheeseburger and a chili cheese dog. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Right here at Coney Island Connection.
At Origin Bank, we understand the importance of community. That's why we're committed to the Northeast Louisiana Food Bank, providing meals to 25,000 of our neighbors across 12 parishes. Through their efforts, they provide about 6 million meals a year to those facing hunger in our area. Visit foodbanknela.org to learn more, sign up to volunteer, or donate to support their mission. Thanks so much to the Nela Food Bank for your community efforts and for partnering with us at Origin Bank.
We're running the winning play at Sparks Nissan Kia. Whether you're recruiting a car, truck, or SUV, our lineup is stacked with all-stars ready to take the field. We're talking championship deals, low down payments, and monthly payments that won't sideline your budget. Ready to make a trade? We'll give you top dollar. That's a win in any playbook. Sparks Nissan Kia, where every drive is a touchdown. We're wishing our Neville Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers!
I'm Dr. Stewart Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble, isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted, Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
Hey, it's Misty Hodge with the Hodge Baruki Group, coming live to you from Bill Rupel Stadium. In real estate, just like in football, you need a winning game plan.
And at the Hodge Baruki Group, we call the plays that get you to the goal line. Buying, selling, or dreaming, let me help you score your home this season. Go Tigers!
It's about tradition, value, and community. We're Creed and Creed, and we're proud to call Northeast Louisiana home. Catherine and I raised our family here, we worship here, and we serve here. It's an honor to support the community that has given us so much. Tradition, value, and community. That's Creed and Creed. If you've been injured in an accident, call Creed and Creed today. Proudly serving this great community for over 25 years.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the second quarter here in Tiger Talk. As we get moving in, we've moved a couple of the Tiger football players with us. This second quarter is brought to you by our good friends over there at St. Joseph Hospice, Stat Home Health. It's really the Carpenter Health Network. And if you need hospice care or home health or anything else, you can call the good people over there and they can get you taken care of. Okay, well, we only got 5 today, which is I love talking to all of y'all, but it's y'all get to answer a couple more questions than last week when we had 7. But first, let's introduce everybody as I move out of the way. We've got Keiondrae Heckard, number 82. We got Ze'Land Young, number 13. J-Rob, Marion Roberson, right there, number 3. Brooks Yerger, number 1, and Mason Hart, number 47. So how about a little round of applause for these young men? All right, Keiondrae, I want to start off with you. I mean, I already talked a little bit. You're wearing one of my son's old numbers right there, but you picked up 82. Talk about your experience coming to this point and what you're looking forward to this year with the Neville Tigers.
I'm looking forward to get better at it, and do my routes better and everything more.
Everything more. All seniors up here, everybody. All seniors here, and Ze'Land, we just showed a few highlights. You had a really good game last week. Talk about your development as a player. We've been watching you kind of get better each and every year. What have you done over the summer to help you kind of break out a little bit more your senior year?
Summer after my sophomore year, I had a back injury. And, that kind of helped me get better, too, because I had to go to physical therapy. I got stronger, gained more weight, and I got faster. So that's what kind of helped me develop more, and I still got more to go.
You definitely. There's the ceiling's very high for all you guys, and but nice to have a game like everybody, and Brooks. You've been around here. We've grown up in the Neville family as well. But, Brooks, talk a little bit about coming up through here in your senior year. What you looking forward to most?
I'm just looking forward to help the team in any way I can, take on a new position, anything that can help the team.
That's the attitude to have right there. It takes, I think we got 100 guys running around out there, and everybody's got a role, whatever that role is. I'm going to make sure that, I look on myself. We might stay with football. We're making good time here, all right? But we might stay with football. We're making good time here, all right? But so let's see. Over the summer, what was maybe the hardest workout that you have to go through in summer work?
Probably the conditioning, but I had made it through and all.
Made it through? I mean, is there any specific one that stands out? Just all of it?
Yes, sir.
All right, all of it. All right, and same thing. I mean, to get through here, you got to kind of like working out a little bit. I mean, practice is practice, but at this point, you've gotten used to it. What was that point in summer workouts, or what's that toughest point that you got to get over to make yourself push forward for the rest of the year?
The heat, for one. You just got to keep pushing through it because it's humid, it rains, then it stops raining at the perfect time for you to run to the levee. So, you just got to keep pushing through it.
You got to keep pushing through it, yeah. They don't stop blowing those whistles, do they, until it's over. All right. J-Rob, who's the fastest guy on the team?
Me.
You Mason's tried to whisper and it was him. I don't think it was Mason. I don't think it's Mason. No offense, but who's right behind you?
KJ.
KJ? All right. Well, there you go. You anything else? You running track and all that stuff?
I just play football.
Just playing football? All right, we're gonna have to get Coach Gregory on you if right there to do. All right, Brooks. Over the summer and over the deal, what was, I don't know, tell me something funny that happened over the deal. What with all the kicking crew is its own little thing. The specialty guys. What do we just maybe talk about some of the interesting characters that you have over there?
Since I've been here, there's always been 2, maybe 3 guys, but now we got like 6 or 7 of them in here. So I mean, it's fun having a group of guys that have gotten that close in that little of a time, and not just kind of being me and a long snapper, occasionally being together at practice. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been fun. I like helping those younger guys out.
Yeah, they definitely have some characters in that deal. All right, let's see, Mason. You talked about transitioning from defense. What do you like better, offense or defense?
Man, if I could go either way. I'd honestly play either or. I was asked end of my sophomore season. That's when I was asked to transition. There's some things I miss about defense, but there's some things I really like about offense. I really wouldn't lean either way. Whichever one the coach needs me at, that's where I'll be.
Well, there you go. Perfect answer, especially when Coach Collins is sitting right there. All right, all right, lightning round, last one, I promise, and then we go. Favorite thing to do outside of football?
Work and sleep.
Work and sleep. Hey, look, with the work that y'all put in, it's not bad. Where do you work?
Firehouse Up.
Even better. I got to go in there. You can give me a hookup on some of that sauce, right? All right, cool. All right, we got that. Outside of football, I know you got a lot of things going on. Let's talk about what y'all been doing with the boom stuff.
We've been practicing every day, getting better at our craft, getting ready to step on one of the biggest stages, getting ready to step for our competition season. We just getting better and better every day.
That's good stuff, man. It won a lot of awards. Now we got to try to win a big one here on the football field this year, too. Yeah, we go stack that trophy room a little bit. All right, J-Rob, favorite thing for you to do outside of football?
Fishing.
Fishing? Where do you go fishing?
I got a lake by my house.
Oh, really? And what are you catching?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Anything, whatever. All right. Well, hey, look, man, that's not a bad way to pass the time. All right, Brooks, what do you talk about you? I'm still seeing that we can't zoom in on that hand. We can't. We're not that high tech. But talk about your favorite stuff to do outside of a football field.
I like to golf, but I mean I work a lot too. So whenever I get the chance to go golf, I enjoy that.
Sweet. All right, Mason. Same question. Last one, guys. So everybody, pay attention.
Outside of school and football, you're going to catch me outside. It's going to be something, whether it's golf, whether it's hunting, whether it's fishing. Hunting season's around the corner. Everybody knows every weekend you're going to be up there planting, seeding, disking, you know.
Yeah, a lot of work to do. To chase after a few deer, maybe a few ducks, anything else. All right, good deal. All right, well, look, great job, guys. You made it through y'all's segment here on Tiger Talk. When we come back, we'll talk with Neville coach. There we go. Chris Campbell coming up in segment number 3. Stay with us. We'll be right back. When hunger hits, head to Sonic Drive-In on North 18th Street in Monroe. Whether it's burgers hot off the grill, crispy tots, or a classic cherry limeade, Sonic has the flavor you love. Fast, fresh, and made just the way you like it. And Sonic is proud to continue their support of Neville High School, standing behind our Tigers both on and off the field. So swing by Sonic on North 18th Street today, where great food and community spirit come together.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases. Every kind of home furniture and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
Growing up in Northeast Louisiana, I was raised on neighbors helping neighbors, the spirit of entrepreneurship and good food, something we know a lot about at Coney Island Connection. We've turned those values into our mission. We believe giving back with a lot of food and lots of love has the power of bringing people together. We're more than a restaurant, we're family, and with your support, we're changing lives one meal at a time. Thank you for helping us to become known as a small business with a big heart.
At the Tarver Braddock Foundation, we're focusing on showing people that every act of kindness fuels a movement to touch lives in unexpected, meaningful ways. Your gift allows the Tarver Braddock Foundation to continue turning loss into love, one act at a time.
Thanks to our generous donors, we're able to honor Tarver's spirit by meeting needs wherever they appear through random acts of kindness. To learn more about our mission and consider giving, visit TarverBraddockFoundation.com.
Imagine having a beautiful smile that carries you through all stages of life, and that beautiful smile begins at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics. To further enhance our patient experience and care, Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson welcomed Dr. Cammie Laird as a new member of the Caples & Robinson practice. And with over 56 years of combined practice, we are the most experienced orthodontic group in Northeast Louisiana. We use the latest advancements in orthodontic technology, including the Damon Ultima system for braces and Spark aligners that are customized to fit your life, not the other way around. Our doctors and staff will make sure you have the best experience possible on your journey to a straighter smile. That includes faster and more comfortable treatment that will give you a smile you'll be proud to wear. Ready to get started? Contact Caples & Robinson Orthodontics today at 318-325-9655 and take the first step towards a confident smile.
I called Creed & Creed because I knew that I'll be taken care of. You know, I don't have to get on the phone and call the insurance companies and be like, what do I need to do? What do I need to send? Creed & Creed takes care of everything. Once I got the call from Creed & Creed, and this is how much your settlement is going to be, I'm sure you're going to be pretty happy with that, right? And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Did you just say that? And I was like, say it again. Y'all better get on that phone and call Christian Creed.
Looking for a great meal right here in Monroe? Stop by Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza on the corner of Tower and Lammy Lane. Whether you're craving a fresh made-to-order sub or a hot cheesy pizza, they've got you covered. And while you're enjoying your favorite meal, know that Subway and Mama DeLuca's are proud to continue their support of Neville High School athletics. Great food, great people, and a great tradition of giving back. That's Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza, fueling our community and our Neville Tigers. All right, welcome back to segment 3 here on Tiger Talk. Segment 3 is brought to you by our good friend Jeff Guerrero and his new venture over there at Warrior Media. 103 Rock, Sunday 98.3, where you can listen to this Tiger Talk. You might be listening to it right now, as well as our Friday night broadcast and the new Magic 106.1, the soul of the city. And, you know, speaking of the soul of the city, I've got Neville cornerbacks coach Chris Campbell, who's joining us, man, and always good to have you on Tiger Talk. Always good talking with you. So, what's up?
I like to say appreciate being here.
Push this a little closer to you, man, so we can hear you.
All right. It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Man, always enjoy talking with you, and not only here but around the school. You got a lot of responsibilities out there, dean of students, and but also, you know, a long-time assistant coach here at Neville, coaching the cornerbacks this year, and you know, you lost a few from last year, and you're kind of rebuilding that position, and you've got a lot of new faces. Tell me about a few. It's been fun to watch the development of those guys as we've gone here the first few games. Talk about some of that crew that you got over there, or hanging around the corner position.
Oh man, excuse me. So first of all, I'd like to say thanks to Coach Cole, who also helped me. I believe I'm the only one on the staff with a, I guess, say an assistant, but I wouldn't call him an assistant. He's tremendous. You know, he just, I hope I'm not out of line for saying this, just lost his father, my classmate. So I wanted to send a shout out to him. I also wanted to send a shout out to my other guy that still help the players out when they bang and bruise, to Dr. Scott Martinez. That's my guy. He's also one of my classmates too, so I'd like to send a shout out to him for all the help that he does, help Coach Collins out, and help the school out as a whole. So, also to get back to the corners position, you know, lost one, Trent got transferred. Lost one, went down with a ACL, MCL tear. So now we got to bring in new guys who have absolutely, totally no experience. They have no experience. So it's a process. It's a process. I know it's been talked about they can't play the ball, not looking back for the ball, but people just have to understand where we go and where they line up at on the divider. Do we play inside? Do we play outside? Do we play head up? What coverage we in? Do we got the drive? Do we got the zone up? Are we in man coverage? It's a lot that goes into kids just starting out, and I'm not going to let the outside coaches in the bleachers say anything negative about those guys. You know, they can say whatever they want to say about me. That's fine. I'm a grown man. I can handle that. But we can't let them attack the kids they just coming out learning how to play this position. You know, got Greg Smith, who's playing backup cornerback. I meant quarterback. Excuse me. Right. Never played that position before. We have KJ, who just transferred in, never played over on that side of the ball, was on the offensive side. So, and then plus we have Nelson, that's a sophomore.
Denham?
Yes, he's a sophomore. Manning, a junior. Rogers, he's the only senior that we have. And everybody else, it's a lot of them, so I'm not going to call their names out because I don't want to miss them. That's pretty much just young. So it's a task for myself and Coach Cole to get them going, and really appreciate Coach Collins for, you know, trust in us. Say, hey, that's y'all baby. Do it. Do it right. So so it's a task, and I really like our defensive staff because we steal everybody in that defensive office from Neville. So that's a good thing right there.
Well, and I've seen the progression from the scrimmages to the jamboree to game one. I mean, and you had no easy task. I mean, you played some pretty good quarterbacks, pretty good teams from the get-go, but to see the development in a short period of time with I'd say maybe you got some young guys, but a young experience side, like you mentioned there on that side of the ball, but to go from the scrimmage to where they are now, it's been a pretty good leap, and it's good to know that they're working at it and trying to get better every day. You know?
Yeah, once they get their confidence up and start believing in themselves, that's where it first comes, is self. Once they get that, it's so big, everybody will be like, how long they been playing? So I'm gonna be all right. I'm not going to say I'm not worried, but I rather that task to be challenged every game so they can be like, hey, bring it on over here.
Well, you've got some talented young men back there, and the way Tigers try to play team defense, it's complementary, right? You've got a lot of over-the-top help with two of the best safety, in the state, if not, the South coming in there. And you've got some experienced players back there, but learning kind of where to be and what to do, it takes reps, right?
It takes a lot of reps.
It takes a lot of reps, and I believe getting those reps, I mean, I know that Greg, I can call him out there as for had a few deals in that first game where he was on. I mean, step for step with everybody and wasn't doing that. And then you saw him turn around. And then I think the next step for him, a couple of those guys are going to be able to turn around and be able to get picks and do that, because I think the coverage part is in the bag with some of these guys,
Well, right now, if that's our only problem of not getting our head back down, as a defensive back coach, referees are always wrong. It's not a pass interference. If you ask me, man,
That's right.
Sometimes I have to watch myself because I don't know how to let it go, and I tell the kids, y'all just let it go. Don't worry about it. Just last week, one of the kids like, hey, coach, let it go. I'm like, I can't let it go. It wasn't a pass interference. Just the JV game the other night, kid came, too tall came, he ran through the kid back, deflected the ball, and the ref threw a flag, and I can't get out of my feelings. So we also have this deal that we say when we break it out, no feelings on 3, and they're like, Coach, you in your feelings. I'm like, you're right.
You're right.
My bad.
Well, I mean, but it's part of it. I mean, that what that tells me is the passion that I know you bring to your work, to your job. You're passionate about the school as well, and that comes through in your work. Definitely inside the building, and what you've been able to do. We've talked about this in the past. You had some big shoes to fill coming in from after the passing of Coach Rankins and everything else, and the place where you started and the place where you are now. I mean, I know the impact that you're making within those walls, and it's definitely doesn't go unnoticed. And maybe talk about your progression in that role over the past couple of years.
This is the second year as the dean of students, as Coach Collins called it, dean of men.
Yeah.
I have in that office, I have a tremendous, I hate to say staff because I'm not over them, but I have in our office, we laugh, we joke, we giggle. Even though, I have called them in the office a couple times and like, yo, we got to do it like this. You know, I pull a Coach Collins until y'all get this spot, then you can run it the way you want it to be ran. Until then, y'all got to do it my way. Coach Donaldson is our behavior coach. Will Anderson, he's the assistant. Even Officer Rogers, he's in there with it. And we call it the igloo. I keep it so cold in there. I keep it freezing cold. But that group right there that's with me is, and just added along Vince Burks as my ISS guy too as well. So those groups that group right there, excuse me, is great. They help me out big time, and it'll never be another Coach Rankins.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, don't try to compare me to Coach Rankins. I'm Chris.
That's right.
I got to do what I have to do. I can, do some of the things that Coach Rankins did, but by law, like how the law has changed, some of the stuff I can't do now. So
well, it is the basic premise of that gig is gaining and earning respect, and they should instantly respect you just like everybody else. And sometimes it's easier said than done, but I know that your heart's in the right place, and you're doing the right thing, not only for the kids, but and for the school as well. And it's I've enjoyed it. You could be the first Chris Campbell through there.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the fun part about it.
Yes, indeed.
Paving that path. Getting through there. Well, look, you've made it through another segment because I know how you enjoy doing all this stuff, and you've always, like I said, enjoyed talking to you. Looking forward to seeing you.
That was
on
for
campus.
Courtney. Courtney, the best frat. We had to name it twice. K-A-Psi Phi Nu Pi. Hey, Carolyn, what's happening?
Thanks, Coach Campbell. All right, look, that's going to do it for segment 3. We're going to get Coach Collins back here to talk about a new foe, opponent for the Tigers as we travel to Hattiesburg to play the Oak Grove Warriors next Friday night. You're not going to want to miss that, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, we bring our A-game every day, delivering a home run experience for you, like the thrill of sinking the game-winning shot or finding just the right vehicle for you. Whatever drives you when you shop with Jim Taylor, we put you in the starting lineup. Visit us online at jimtaylorbuickgmc.com or in Monroe, where we are professional grade, and we never stop working for you.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis, the proud owner of Coney Island Connection. For nearly 20 years now, we've served the Oklahomites with our fast, friendly service and our famous chili cheeseburgers and our famous chili cheese dogs. Well, the chili is homemade. I'm asking you to stop by today and give us a try. We also serve hot tamales, roast beef po' boy, fried pickles, and much more. We even serve funnel cake fries here at Coney Island Connection on the corner of North 7th and Arkansas Road.
A sandwich with soup. No, salad.
With Nuke's Pick 3, satisfy all your cravings. Sandwich salad soup, sandwich soup mac, sandwich, sandwich, sandwich. Such possibilities from $12.99.
Nuke's, extra with every bite.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. Here at Coney Island Connection, we believe in giving back and showing a lot of love. And it's all made possible because of you. Thank you for making Coney Island Connection a small business with a big heart.
At the Tarver Braddock Foundation, we're focusing on showing people that every act of kindness fuels a movement to touch lives in unexpected, meaningful ways. Your gift allows the Tarver Braddock Foundation to continue turning loss into love, one act at a time.
Thanks to our generous donors, we're able to honor Tarver Spirit by meeting needs wherever they appear through random acts of kindness. To learn more about our mission and consider giving, visit TarverBraddockFoundation.com.
At Marion State Bank, we're committed to the growth of our community, starting with education. From elementary to high school and beyond, we invest in the growth of our students. Because strong roots begin with empowered minds, from local classrooms to high school athletics, and supporting college dreams. Marion State Bank, rooted in education and local athletics. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We're running the winning play at Sparks Nissan Kia. Whether you're recruiting a car, truck, or SUV, our lineup is stacked with all-stars ready to take the field. We're talking championship deals, low down payments, and monthly payments that won't sideline your budget. Ready to make a trade? We'll give you top dollar. That's a win in any playbook. Sparks Nissan Kia, where every drive is a touchdown. We're wishing our Neville Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers!
Taco Bandito. I cook it and service at Speedo at
Taco Bandito.
Taco Bandito on Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and Warren Drive at Cypress Street in West Monroe.
For over 50 years, Cartown has been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Neville Tigers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, go Tigers!
Hi, I'm Christian Creed with Creed & Creed. Whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, you deserve a team that won't back down. So if you've been injured in an accident, make the right call to your local legal team at Creed & Creed and let us help you win today. Let's go Tigers, and remember, home field advantage matters. Call Creed & Creed today. Proudly serving our great community for over 30 years. We are your local injury attorneys.
All right, we're back, everyone, for the fourth and final segment here on Tiger Talk. We're live at Melvin's Restaurant. We are every Wednesday night. You need to come out and join us. Always a good time here at Melvin's. And the fourth quarter is brought to you by our good friend Joey Trappe and his team there at Traps and the Fieldhouse. Another good place to go and have a good meal. And
actually fed our players today.
Exactly.
Jambalaya. So
well,
it was nice of Joey and his gang there, and we really appreciate what he does for us. And the sponsorships of all four groups, on the show, and they do a tremendous job supporting the Tigers.
Yeah, real quick before we get going, I would like to say just wishing, my mother just got home out of the hospital, and she's doing great. I'm glad to see she's doing good. A lot of people have been asking me, so I'm glad she's watching tonight. She was excited to watch that, so we're just glad she's on the mend. And you got a few of those cheerleaders back there that have been.
They've tremendous job, period. They do a great job for us all week, and they really do a good job for our players. Not only the support that they give them, on Friday night, but the pep rallies, and then all the signs and all the candy, and we treat them like royalty, and they do a tremendous job there, led by Miss Sherry Stevens and her crew.
Who's that? Taylor Elliott. I got KG. Who else? And Ellen Brockman.
Yeah.
There we go. So they're in there. We're glad, happy y'all are here.
Right.
So
Maddie's back there with them.
Yep. And we got everybody. I mean, a few of them back there. So that's good to see. Thanks for coming out. All right, Coach. Oak Grove Warriors. People around here don't really know much about them. Anybody that may know about them, it mentions Brett Favre. He's not. He was there for a little while.
Yeah.
Rehabbing there at the end of his career, and then coaching a little bit. But what it is, it's right there off of Hardy Street in Hattiesburg.
Yeah,
you
right
pass by
Hattiesburg.
Going to the beach.
That's right.
Or anything else,
Yeah.
but it's a top 10 program in the state of Mississippi.
Well, it has been.
It has been for a while.
Yeah, they got great tradition, and they're predominantly a semifinal team, and quarterfinal and state champion team, and playing in the state championship game. And both of them have very formidable opponent, and a very, very scary opponent because we've got to take a trip. That's number one.
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And an extended trip, not just to Shreveport and back.
Exactly.
We got to go to Hattiesburg, about a 3.5-hour drive. So we've got to have all the things that we need packed up and ready to go. And then you go down there and you're going to get in the Hornets' nest because it's their first ball game at home.
That's right.
They played all their games on the road.
1 and 2 coming in there,
2.
which they played some good teams.
Well, they got beat 55 to 54, 56, 54,
like
and by Starkville, and obviously
played Germantown in
week 2.
And then
in week
Hattiesburg
2.
was like the second or third ranked team in Mississippi, and they come back and at their place beat them 30-7.
That's right. So got after them pretty good too.
Yeah, they did.
By the way, and they have a very athletic quarterback, and anytime you have one of those, it's always a scary thing.
Hall's already thrown for about 7 1/4 in the first 3 games.
And so there you go. I mean, we can't get away from those athletic quarterbacks or those quarterbacks that are really good. Played one in the first ball game, played another really good one there the last week. We're able to handle him pretty good, So we'll get another challenge here this week. With this cat, He's very, very athletic. And, as a football team, they run to the ball on defense, and they play very, very fast. They've got some good skill guys, and thing you don't know is you don't know those guys. So it's kind of like Holmes County last year. We're ready to play Holmes County. Everybody's going, who's Holmes County? Well, we found out who's Holmes County was because we won it by the skin of our teeth at the end of the ball game.
Yeah.
So they're big, they're athletic, and this group is no different. And they have a lot more to pick from than Holmes County did. So, it's going to be a great test for us. I talked to the official today. They do play Federation rules, and the official and I have a history. He actually worked on fields and baseball, football fields, and he redid them and stuff. He's a turf guy, and so he called today and he said, "Coach, this is Glenn Lucas." And he said, "Your phone number popped up my phone." I said, "Well, Glenn, it did." I said, "You the Glenn Lucas that worked on turf?" And sure enough, so he went through the whole deal, though, but very classy on his part to call and say, "Coach, do you have any questions about anything?" And, and I didn't. I mean, I just said, "Look, all we want to do is come down there and play football." And that's what our expectation is. And, I'll say this, too, speaking of Coach Campbell being here tonight, he's done a tremendous job with our back end guys, our secondary guys, and Jay Cole has done a really, really good job with them. They worked really good together, and done a great job with guys that haven't even played the position, and we just kind of moved them over there, and because we got a torn ACL right off the bat in fall camp from a guy that we thought was going to be our starter, and and then we really kind of were decimated at the position. Yeah. And, they've done a tremendous job there. And, couldn't be more proud of what they do. But off the field, Coach is, dean of students. And I always say dean of men.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's the dean of students, and because he has to deal with everybody, women, men, young men, and all that, and does a really, really good job up there in the school building. So he's got a tough job, and then he gets to come down and, what we always say, you work all day long, and
then you work some more.
Then you work some more, but you get to work with the kids you want to work with, and not that he doesn't want to work with the ones in the school, but most of the time he's getting the ones that are in trouble. Yeah. And that's a tough task anytime.
Well, hey, real quick, as we're running short on time here in this segment, let's go to those Origin Bank players of the game from last week. I think Will's got him here. Yeah,
we did, and of course we had Big Z in here tonight. He had 7 or 8 catches for, 140-something yards, which was tremendous. And River Sorrell was our special teams player of the week. Every kickoff went in the end zone. Yeah. Just tremendous. That's huge in the ball game. And then we had Dante Matthews, our starting linebacker, had 10 tackles and really played well. And Dante is a senior and really smart young man, and he's really worked hard to be as good a player as he is.
Well, definitely well deserving. Well, Coach, if you hadn't been down there, which none of us really have, I drove through there coming back from Orange Beach this summer. But look. Nice facility, nice deal. There's a lot of stands. They're serious about their high school football.
They are,
and we hope to see you Neville fans traveling down there with us. Would like to see a packed house there on the visitor side. Coach, good luck this Friday night.
Be another tough one.
It's going to be one. And if you can't make it down, you can watch it here on the Neville Tiger Network or listen to it on Sunny 98.3. For everybody that joined us, Coach Chris, the boys, Coach Collins, Justin back in the booth, Will Anders punching all the buttons. I'm Stewart Shelby saying good night from Melvin's. We're glad you joined us, and we'll be back on the air Friday as Neville travels to Oak Grove. We'll see you then.